Okay, so Nico's here, aka Astro Boy, Angel Man, whichever you prefer, and I'm here to tell you guys about deprogramming. So, deprogramming is the process of getting rid of your commonplace perceptions, like about social psychology, uh, about what am I going to do today? Am I going to go for a run? Uh, every everyday thing that you think about, start to have that slip away. Then you go a little deeper and you start to see, like, you start to want to deprogram how you think. So, what I would say is you start out with the perceptions that you have in this moment. Okay, you have your perception, obviously, of me because you're watching me right now, but separate yourself from me. It's not all about me. So, yeah, you're feeling something. Okay, there's the perception. Now, separate yourself from that perception. You should see another consciousness arise or maybe a new perception. But if you succeeded, then that perception will be less important, or it'll just kind of go away. It once you get good at this stuff, it'll just go away. So it's about separation from your commonplace perceptions. Okay, then after that, you're probably feeling pretty good. After a little bit of meditating, maybe. I mean, I can do it instantly, but that's because I have instant meditation ability, uh, which took well, I've pretty much had it my whole life, actually. I don't know. I've been a little psychic like my whole life, but not that much. I mean, I can't like levitate shit around. That's I mean, there are people that can do that for sure. Um and when I had a mushroom trip actually, and I did telekinesis, right in front of me. I grabbed this leaf and looking at my hand, just in concentration, the leaf moved up into the air. Then I was moving it around my hand and just moving it like that. I mean, absolute telekinesis. Now, did this happen? Because the mushroom trip actually does discredit this event, at least a little bit. Um, so that's important to keep in mind. But to me, it was very real. I mean, if it wasn't real, then where did the leaf go? Because the leaf was definitely real. So that's the question I have. That's the maybe Steel Man, if we were arguing. Yeah, I don't know. So I did that, and wow, I went off on a tangent. I'm gonna do that a lot. I don't know, because my mind is open. Yeah. So I feel good. Yeah. Um, yeah, you guys just need to do some deprogramming. So separations of your perceptions. Get rid of the little things that you care about every day. Like, like when you walk up to someone that you know and you notice maybe there's that same social process that's happening. I mean, of course, there's the hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Good? Oh, I'm glad. Yeah. And then kind of you'll notice the kind of like monotone or just like automatic conversation that people have, and it doesn't really mean anything. Um, and we all kind of end up doing that depending on where we work or who we're talking to. So I would say start to kind of get away from that and just focus on what I call your core self. And your core self starts from right within you, right within the atom. That's how I look at it. It's the atom. Start from that little tiny core at the center of your chest, then expand it out, and you will feel who you really are. It's super cool. I'm not the only one that knows that technique, even though I discovered it for myself because I'm a genius. Um, so, uh, what can you do to deprogram? Honestly, just ignore a lot of shit. Try to don't watch the news too much because news is very much about programming, like political, uh, the politics into your head and commercials and all that. It's just a shit show. So watch less TV. Uh, I'm not gonna say use your phone less because I use my phone all the time. But at certain times, definitely move your phone. And I remove my phone when I'm in an intense meditation. Um, so, another way you could deprogram is accessing the Christ consciousness, which is actually a new spiritual term that's been around maybe a decade or so. Um, I just picked up on it within a year. Uh, yeah, so tell yourself, so you have your intention. Your intention is super important in any kind of meditation that you do. You can just have an intention going into the meditation, and then that intention will be brought forth into conception, which is then either real or not real. That's another thing. Because when you create conceptions in astral plane, then it does become real. Actually, it's pretty cool. Um, but you need to tell yourself with your intention, I want to access the Christ consciousness. And you should feel it in your body. Like you'll start to feel like really good, really pure, and and you can also access it within your head, and you'll see like white light kind of coming down. um, uh, and that is the consciousness of like the heart, and it's just a really benevolent consciousness that I advise everybody access. Um, it can even give you answers to pretty much any question. Yeah, and the way that you do that, so you ask the Christ consciousness, when is the world gonna end? Christ consciousness, I asked it that, and then the number 26 came into my head. Okay, interesting. Could be nothing. Pretty sure it's not nothing though. Uh, and what I did to test that is I counted like from 10 to 26, then like 40 to 26, and each number had like a certain feeling to it. And then as it was going up to 26, then it hit 26 and it was like really bright and vibrant, and then it just went down, down, down again. So that was an amazing experience. I have so many of those experiences. Um, so yeah, those are just some techniques for deprogramming that you should use. And yeah, watch more of my videos, motherfuckers, because like all it takes is to hit a subscribe button. You don't gotta pay for it. I subscribe to channels all the time. I'm just like, sure, have a subscriber. I might not even watch your shit, but like I will subscribe to you. Alright. That was my unspiritual plug, sadly. But yeah, stay strong guys. We're at war.